Yep, good morning. Yeah, we're very excited about opening the season against a top 25 opponent in Nebraska, a football team that looks to be much improved off of last year, a team that got better as the season went on, a very talented football team, and we're looking forward to going and playing in a very hostile environment, in a place that sold out every home game for the last, I guess, over 50 years. So, it's a big game for us and one that we're excited about. The guys we've had a really good camp, and we're ready to go play and start the 2019 season off.
Coach, thank you very much. As a reminder to members of the media, it's star one to get in the queue to ask questions. First questions come from Whitney Hayworth with the Sunbelt Digital Network. Whitney, please go ahead.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Whitney?
Doing well. Ready to get this season going. So for you guys, obviously, you and I spoke at Media Day, and right after that you jump into fall camp. How have you seen your team transition and get better from fall camp into true game week mode and practice?
Yep. We started our game week mode kind of, I guess it was maybe last Wednesday, and, kind of shifted the focus towards Nebraska, and I love our guys. The focus and the way that they've attacked the game plan of soaking it all in. We're not completely, we're not there yet, but we still got a couple more days to get all the hay in the barn. But I like the way that we paid attention to detail and tried to button up a lot of the little things that may have plagued us during camp. And I like the way that the guys attacked camp. I thought we had a really good preseason camp, and got a lot of good fundamental work done before we shifted our focus to Nebraska.
Looking ahead, obviously, to Nebraska, earlier last season, Troy defeated them. So for you guys, have you watched that game a number of times and seen some things? And, obviously, as you mentioned as well, Nebraska got better as the season went along. So how do you kind of go about knowing that a peer school had played them, did well, and then go about, but, the South Alabama way?
Yeah, that's right. Troy did a great job last year. Now Nebraska, they've got a lot of weapons. They got a lot of speed on both sides, but the guy that makes the whole thing go is the quarterback, Martinez, and he didn't play against Troy last year, and Troy did a really good job against the guys that did play. And really, Troy did what you've got to do to beat a team like that. They created some turnovers early and capitalized on them, and they made some plays on them. They returned a punt for a touchdown, which was huge, and Troy did what you got to do in order to beat a team like that. So we definitely watched that film and took a lot of the things that they did well, but they're the same things if you watch Florida and Miami. Turnovers, penalties, kicking game. If you watch Samford and Youngstown, if you watched Colgate and Villanova the other day, same things are in every football game, or those things: turnovers, penalties, kicking game, eliminate explosive plays and try to create explosive plays. So, that's what we've been working on all throughout camp, and I'm sure everybody in the country has. So we're excited to go see just how far we've been able to come in 1 year.
And for you guys, the last question from me: who have been some leaders offensively and defensively for you that you're going to really look to this season, and especially in this first game?
Yeah, I would defensively. We've got some. It all starts up front with Tyree Turner, Sean Brown, Jordan Beaton, Jeffrey Watley. I like our depth and what we've got coming back up front. In the secondary, Jalen Thompson had an outstanding spring and then carried that momentum into the summer and through fall camp. So I look for him to do great things on the back end, along with DJ Daniels back at the safety position. Those guys have really kind of led us offensively. Trey Minner is, he's a leader on offense. And then, Roy Albritton, Brian Ankerson, Troy Thingstad up front. And then, a guy who's really emerged for us as a leader, who's a really good football player, is Cam Taylor at that tight end. He's kind of taken on a leadership role, and that's been really good to see. Throughout camp, Jalen Tolbert we've got some receivers stepping into new roles. Jamarius Way, who I guess he's with the Broncos now at receiver, was our leading guy last year, caught, close to 70 balls and was an outstanding player. Jalen Tolbert backed him up. Davin Flanord backed him up. And those two guys now have stepped up into, top receiving roles. And I like the way that they've led. Kawan Baker's a guy that was a good leader for us last year, and he's back offensively to provide some playmaking ability and some leadership for us.